The year is 71 BC. It is spring. The wildflowers are blooming in the Italian meadows. But on the Appian Way, the air does not smell of flowers. It smells of iron. It smells of excrement. It smells of the end of the world. 6,000 crosses. A forest of dead timber planted every 40 meters. It stretches for 200 kilometers, from the gates of Capua, where the rebellion began, all the way to the marble steps of Rome. This is not an execution. It is a billboard. Rome is writing a message to the world in human ink. The message is simple. This is what happens when the property wakes up. The flies buzz, the crows circle. It is a corridor of agony meant to terrify the soul. But there is one body missing from this road. The one body Rome wanted most. The architect of the fear, Spartacus. To understand why he isn't here and why that absence drove a Roman general to madness, we must go back. 18 hours earlier, the toe of Italy. The trap is set. The man holding the leash is Marcus Crassus. He is the richest man in the history of the Republic. But he is a man eating his own heart out with jealousy. Crassus is not a hero. He is a predator. He made his fortune with a private fire brigade. When a house in Rome caught fire, he would arrive with 500 men, but he wouldn't spray water. He would hold up a contract. "Sell me your house," he would say, "for pennies." If you sold, he put out the fire. If you refused, he let it burn to ash. He bought half of Rome this way. He treats war the same way. He has built a wall across Italy not to fight Spartacus, but to foreclose on him. Spartacus is trapped against the sea. 70,000 people, a moving city of refugees. Behind them, the dark water. In front of them, Crassus's wall, a trench 15 feet deep, a palisade of stakes. Inside the camp, they are starving. They have eaten the mules. They are boiling their belts and shields to chew on the leather paste. The children have stopped crying because they are too weak to make sound. Devastating. There was one hope, the pirates. Spartacus paid them to ferry the army to Sicily, but tonight the horizon is empty. The pirates took the gold and sailed away. Spartacus stands on the beach, looking at the black ocean. He realizes he is alone. Midnight. A war council is called. Spartacus gathers his generals, Crixus, Gannicus, the Celts, the Germans. They do not plan a battle. They plan an assassination. They know the Roman legions are a machine. If they fight line against line, the machine wins. But the machine has a pilot, Crassus. They agree on a decapitation strike. They will sacrifice the flanks. They will ignore the soldiers on the left and right. They will form a massive wedge, a spear tip of their best killers, and they will drive it straight at Crassus. If the general dies, the checkbook closes. The army dissolves. Dawn. The rain stops. A gray mist hangs over the Silurus Valley. Spartacus rides out on his white stallion. The army watches. He dismounts. He draws his sword. He drives the sword into the beast's heart. It collapses. He shouts, "If we win, I have all of Rome's horses. If we lose, I need none." He cuts the tether. He steps into the mud. He is no longer a general. He is a gladiator. The charge. It is a tsunami. But look at the center. The slaves form a dense triangle, a wedge. They crash into the Roman line not to fight, but to break through.
Spartacus is at the tip. He fights with 2 bodyguards. They move as one organism. They hack a path through the shields. They are ignoring the soldiers stabbing at them from the sides. They only have eyes for the hill, for Crassus.
He is close. He kills 2 centurions. He can see the fear in Crassus's eyes. But the cost is too high. A javelin strikes Spartacus in the thigh. It pierces the muscle. He goes down. He rips the spear out. He tries to stand, but the leg collapses. He fights on one knee, holding his shield up. A Roman soldier slashes his shoulder. Another stabs his ribs. He is a lion being eaten by jackals. He does not ask for mercy. He spits blood at them. The blows rain down. The light goes out. He is hacked until he is unrecognizable. He sinks into the mud, and the mud takes him. Silence falls on the Silurus Valley. The sun sets red. Crassus rides onto the field. He looks perfect. His armor is polished, but he is furious. "Bring me the body," he commands. He needs the head. He needs to carry it through the streets of Rome to prove he won. Soldiers turn over corpses. They bring him bodies. "No, that is not him." Hours pass. Torches are lit. They search all night. They find his generals. They find his horse. But Spartacus, he has vanished. It is as if the earth swallowed him. This is the insult. This is the final victory of the slave. By vanishing, he denies Rome its trophy. Crassus cannot chain him. He cannot display him. Because he has no body, he cannot be proven dead. To the slaves of Rome, he becomes a whisper, a ghost. Maybe he escaped, they whisper in the kitchens. Maybe he is waiting in the mountains. Denied his prize, Crassus throws a tantrum of historic proportions. He takes the 6,000 survivors, and he orders the nails. We return to the beginning, the Appian Way, the screams, the smell. Rome tries to pave over its fear with dead bodies. But look at history. The Roman Republic fell a few decades later. Crassus died in a foreign war, gold poured down his throat. But Spartacus? Rome could kill the man. They could not kill what he proved was possible. He died free. And that is the one thing Rome could never forgive.